Hey guys, how we doing tonight? We get everything set up and going here. Turn that on. Go. Okay. New batteries and tires. Wow. Well, I hope everybody's doing good today. We're getting by here. We probably won't be on real long tonight because last couple of days my mom has been kind of iffy on freakouts. So I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll be here for an hour or so. But in the meantime, we're gonna hopefully have some good conversations. So, working on tonight, we're working on the Pro Stock Firebird. We're doing the Warren Johnson uh, GM Goodwrench Plus paint scheme on this one. I got the decals. I think they're Slicks decals uh, for that. That originally is the STP uh, Pro Stock, but um, the I was going to have issues with the decals that came in the kit, and I could have had new ones printed. But trying to match colors I think, would have been tough to get that right STP for Vermilion paint to match whatever the decal color turned out to be. So, uh, maybe something I'll visit in the future because there's tons of these kits out there. You can find them all over the place for not much money. Um, so, I started working on it. Got working on smoothing out the joint here on the front and on both sides to get that because there was kind of a bit of a step there. So we sanded what we could, and then we put some filler in there, and I want to get that sanded smooth so we can get that in the primer. I got the hood ready to go in the primer. Same thing on the hood scoop. And a massive seam running right down the middle of it, so I got putty on that, so we're gonna get that sanded smooth and then get that in the primer. Might work on the chassis a little bit more tonight. We got the basic part done and painted, but obviously a lot more to go there. And when I build these, I like to build it so that I can pull up after I glue the whole thing together, but I don't glue it to the chassis, so I can get it back out to paint it and detail it before we put it. Then when I got it ready, then I will glue it down first solidly. Also, we got I had extra seat belts left from the 20 car kits that we just finished, so I snagged a set of those for this. Still got to paint the padding in there. I got the steering wheel here that I need to paint. So we got stuff to do. Hey, Billboard, Kevin, Steven, did I miss anybody? Next, yeah, I'm real happy with the way that dart turned out. We'll be taking it to the show this Sunday, and maybe if we get lucky, it might it might get some hardware. If it doesn't, I don't care. But it's always kind of fun when it does. A little more fun when something does get. And we're also taking the Demon because that's the theme build for the show coming up on Sunday was that 71 Demon. So hopefully they have a good showing. If they win, if they get an award, that's great. If not, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But we'll have a good time there. Jimmy's going to be there. Um, Mark McAllister is going to be there. There's uh, a couple of different YouTubers and a whole bunch of Facebook guys that are going to be at the show this time coming up. So it could be kind of cool. Anyway, so that's kind of my world. So mom's having freakouts about every other night. So if I have to cut off abruptly, that's why. And probably in about an hour or so, we'll probably stop and I can go sit with her for an hour or two, and maybe that'll calm her nerves. They're supposed to change her meds to help us a little bit on this, but that has not happened yet. I think it starts next week. Actually, I think it starts tomorrow. Hopefully, get her new meds. I mean, it's not. Hopefully, it'll help balance her out a little bit. There's no going back from dementia because the brain cells are gone and lost, and they're never coming back. But let's see if this stuff can keep her halfway calm and halfway happy. I mean, because I know the longer I can keep her out of the nursing home, the better she's going to be for it. I'm pretty once she goes in there, it's going to be a quick downhill spiral, and she'll be gone. Well, part of me thinks, man, that might be a good idea. I don't know. Right now, we're still at the point where I can take care of her. You can shower her and take her to the bathroom and all that stuff. I just have to cook and cooking and make sure she's eating and taking her meds and all that stuff. And when she freaks out, calm her down. But, I'm figuring we got maybe 4 months, 6 on the outside before she just has to go into or she gets so bad that she'll have to go into she's going to need 24/7 care, that more than I can provide, because I have to take care of myself as well. Then they come to a point where I have taking care of her may affect my health. So when that time comes, that's the way it is. All right, enough of the Debbie Downer stuff. And I'm doing a lot of the detail painting that once you put the car together, you'll never see, but I know it's in there, I guess. So I'm cleaning the clamps for the wiring that goes to the electronics box on top of the roll bar. I'm never going to be able to see once the lobby show goes on, but I guess I know it's there, so that's all that really matters. Then I'll take pictures of it before it's closed in there, so to preserve it from posterity. Ooh. Mine is down right now. They actually took me off of one of my diabetes meds. I was at 5.6 when they tested me last week. But they're more worried about my kidneys right now than anything else. I'll put me on some new kidney meds and all that jazz. So get me off of some of the other drugs if they can, because it affects my kidneys function. So. For any of you guys that are new, it was in 2020 that one day I was leaving for work and walked out the front door, headed for the car, which is like 10 yards from the front door. And halfway there, I had to stop because I couldn't walk any further. I was just completely out of breath the whole works. And I said, this is not right. Something is wrong. And part of me is like, well, it's not nothing. Just, and started to go to work. And another part of me says, no, we better not. So instead of taking a left turn to go to work, when I pull out of the front of the house, I turned right and went 6 blocks to the hospital and got there and I said, oh, you're having a heart attack. Gee, thanks. And when they got me in there, started checking all the engine lights, check engine lights were on, and ended up that suffering from kidney failure. I had pneumonia, a partially obstructed bowel, all kinds of stuff, and the kidney stones and the whole works. And so, like the main check engine light went off. Fortunately, we caught it, and my heart is again healthy. My blood pressure is great. Hey, Jeff. So I got my blood sugar under control, and kidney function is pretty good. They're also worried about my liver a little bit. Probably going to start on some different drugs for that. We'll find that out next month after I go to the nephrologist. And my primary wants to put me on some other drugs, and said, "Well, let me talk to her first because of the kidney failure issues." Hey, Taylor. We're just hanging for a little while tonight, working on the Pro Stock Firebird. I might grab after, if I get to a stopping point here, I might grab my show box and kind of show you guys how I pack for a show. It's really nothing complicated, pretty straightforward. But we'll see. We'll do that. That ended up anyway. I spent 6 weeks in and out of the hospital, basically in and out for 10 days at a time over the course of the next 3 months after that day. And it wasn't long after I went back to work, they started finding reasons to write me up for shit that I didn't do, and I wasn't even there on the days that it happened, and, because I was costing so much for the insurance, medical claims, and for having to miss work for medical reasons, and I figured they could make up enough reasons to justify firing me for cause, and they wouldn't have to. It would get them out of the deal. So that's what happened. That's also the time I had my claim for carpal tunnel syndrome denied by the insurance company. In fact, it was about 3 weeks after that I committed some egregious thing at work when I wasn't even there, and they wrote me up for it and fired me. I took all my paperwork to, and I could find a job. The arthritis in my back was getting so bad that I couldn't do a job where I could stand up. So I just went to Social Security and went through all the hoops and managed to get on disability. And they put all that nonsense behind me. So hopefully that doesn't get all screwed up with the administration trying to cut everything. But that's my story. I'll put you both in timeout to keep it up. I like you both, but Try to keep yourself civil, that's all I ask. All my crash pad painted here, and we can steering wheel put on, and then we can put the chassis, put the roll cage on permanently, and then I'm going to touch up the dash a little bit too. And out some of this paint. Okay. Clean up my brush. All right. I just actually got mine, Taylor. I got mine uploaded right before we started. I took some fresh, more magazine-ish style pictures for it and uploaded them. If they use them, great. If they don't, that's okay too. Set up my white backdrop and the white base and all that stuff, so it all. Yeah, I'd at least put up one or two pics of it, even if you're not completely happy with it, because they do like they did the first year when they did this in five scale modeler. I don't remember. Uh, they put like YouTube and links and stuff in it there along with the pictures, so that kind of really helped boost subscribers and whatnot. Of course, man. Well, he said you still got time. I don't know when the cutoff is, but he said for people who hadn't gotten done yet, that gives them more time to finish. Let me look at the post and see what it says. I mean, I was sitting there today when I was taking those pictures, trying to decide if I wanted to add the antenna to it, and I decided against it. So they're never really done. Quality photos available. Have the background up photos of the car on the workbench. Make a post in this group and put in as much information and backstory as you like. Make sure to tag Scott. Do it even if you've already done the regular post in that group. Bonus for all you members that don't make the deadline, you're still qualified to make your magazine entry post too. If you're not quite finished yet, you still have a shot to get into the magazine. You get yours done in the next week or two, you're in. So you got about 2 weeks, according to that, to get her thrown together. I got magnets. I could send you some, but they would get lost in the Kansas Regional Post Office, and they'd sit there for 10 days. And Matthew's pretty quick at getting stuff out. Usually within 2 days tops after you place the order, you usually got the tracking number and it's on its way. So yeah. Yeah, usually if I order something like on a Monday, it's usually in the mail no later than Wednesday on its way. Uh, and I usually have it by within 3 days of when he mails it. So unless it gets lost in the black hole of the Kansas City, Kansas post office, regional post office, then all bets are off. I've got a package sitting there right now that's been sitting there for almost 4 days. I like that Banshee that I built so much. I went on eBay and found another one and bought it. Paid like $17 plus shipping for it. Was not bad, dude. Ordered it Friday night, so yeah, it probably went yesterday. Shipped yesterday, so you probably get it. If you don't already have a tracking number, I'm sure you'll get one by tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. If not already, and yeah, you can get it. You get it by the end of the week. Unless there was something in there that he didn't have it on hand and he had to print, then it might take an extra day or two. I've had that happen. That they had to go print a piece or 2 pieces to fill my order, and that took an extra day or so. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Jimmy. That makes me some better what I'm doing. Cool. Hey, Tim. I'm not looking to make this perfect, but I didn't want a big step that it had on there. This side is much worse than the other one. This one is not nearly as bad.
Hey, Bob.
Hey,
So, Jimmy, I decided to give you this book instead. Um, there's more multiple things to do, like this. There's actually a kind of a service bed in here somewhere, and it's a lot of great how-tos. I mean, there's stuff about cop cars. Don't get me wrong, this one's good, but it's not. It has depth. And so what I'll do is I'll try to get this scanned as soon as I get back from Florida and send you a copy of it. And Terry Jesse is a hell of that guy was one really great builder. Again, Bob, thank you for what you did. I used up all my hours.
No problem.
Don't take long.
I was at Hobby Lobby, and it was the 40 off week, and it was one sitting there, so I just got it.
Well, I was actually looking at one of them when I got my GTX, but I knew and I actually talked to Brian after I got in. Apparently, he knew I didn't.
Yeah, I couldn't find. I don't know what I did with your address, so I got all of Brian to get it. Because I had it saved in a text message from when I sent you the Oldsmobile, but I guess I deleted that thread or something before I put it in my address book.
Yeah, that's why I kept losing Brian and threads. I'm like, you know what? I'll just save them and keep doing that.
I did now. It's in my Google Cloud address book. So even if something bad happens to my phone or my computer, I still have it.
Oh God! Go from sunny and 80s, 70s, 80s to 60s to sub-zero and snow the past 2 mornings.
Yeah, it was pretty cold. Cool. Well, I don't say it was cold. It was pretty cool here yesterday, but today it got up into the low 60s. We're supposed to be almost summertime temperatures by the weekend. So.
Hey, Chuck. So yeah, Jimmy, like I said, that one with just Terry Jesse, there are so many things. It's service miracles of all different types, and you'll find articles you can translate to multiple platforms. Something was said to me and then disappeared. So why don't you go up to Ohio, up to Akron, or Cosplay, and you can visit with Kevin there, Jimmy. God knows he'd probably give you a bunch of free models.
I say for me, that's like an 8-hour drive.
How long does it take you to drive to Acme?
Technically 12, but I gain an hour. So time-wise, clockwise, it's 10 and a half or so. Again, it depends on how many times I stop and have breakfast or whatever.
Well, the good thing is you're majority highway. The first 2 hours of my driving is all back roads to get to New York.
Oh no, I'm about 15 miles from the interstate, and it's all interstate all the way there.
I got to take interstate, then I got to take 1, 2, 3, 4 different roads, get over to New York, take another one, get on to 87, and then.
The thing is bad.
Yeah. It took me out of me going to and from North Carolina. My kidney areas are hurting. I'm like, yeah, this ain't happening for a while.
Nashville traffic is bad, no matter what time of day or night it is. And I always seem to get Chattanooga right at morning rush. So.
Well, I was going to say, didn't 75 go north of there?
I go through Paducah to Nashville, and then down uh, down that way.
Yeah, because James Darby and I think Tim Brown both said they just take 75 straight down. Which is I'm like going, yeah, that's northeast of Nashville. Yeah, I can only imagine how crappy that place is.
Coming back last year, they had 24. They had the westbound closed, and they were diverting 65, 40, and 24 all on the same road, the westbound section through Nashville. So it took like 2 hours on a Sunday afternoon to get through. That goes like 10 miles. But other than that, it was all smooth sailing.
Yeah, I'm looking at a map right now. And yeah,
I could take 75 up further and then cut across, but it's not really any quicker. I could run 75 up through Knoxville and all that, pick up.
Yeah, you could take, what is it, 64?
Yeah, 64 goes through Louisville and all that stuff. Yeah, I could go that way and cut across in Kentucky to pick up 75, but it's not really any faster. It's kind of nicer for scenery, but by the time you get to end of October, the fall foliage thing is kind of past its peak there, and
Yeah. Oh,
not
God,
that
tell
stuff.
me about
I don't really care about that stuff that much anyway. So
Yeah, that's I live up in New England, so everybody constantly inundates it. I'm like, people, you got maple trees and all kinds of hardwood trees. Go watch your own damn leaves. Get the hell up. Because you're in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. People just stop and decide to take a picture in the middle of the road. I'm like, hello?
yeah, we only have about 10 days of color here.
There you go, Kevin. Now you get your basement cleaned up for models. That's a smart thinking, Kevin.
Hey, Norm.
What's up?
Hey, Norm.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Boy, I don't know why I look so grainy on this one compared to StreamYard.
It's
You
all
guys
that. It's all that smoke behind you.
I don't think we normally have that light on.
Yeah, see, that ain't as bad right there.
Yeah.
All out. Oh, what an interesting day. Walked out of my house, go to get in the car, and some guy's jonesing right there by it. I'm going, yeah, this isn't good. I'll be just north of you pretty soon.
North of Bob or
No, you.
oh really going Georgia
Ponto.
bound or
Ponto Beach, Florida, or southern Jacksonville.
oh okay yeah
Gotta go down for my niece's wedding, so.
ah
Okay. All right.
Try to invite Brian to come down for the, because I could stay there for 7 days. But I'm like, yeah. I got one sister. I'm like, yep, I've had enough. See you.
Okay. All right, you got
There's several shows in Ohio. You've got the Buckeye Classic. You got couple different ones in Hillard. You got Akron. Is there anything I'm missing? Hello, Bruce. If you go to, I know Mark Batson and Tim Brown show the two most for shows. You got Cincinnati Challenge.
Well, the damn show was just last weekend, I think.
Yep.
I want to get up for that one day.
I thought about flying there, but I'd have to fly on one of them Canadian CRJ 900. So I'm like, yeah, nope. My daughter's friend's daughter flew on them, and she was like, "Yeah, they're not fun to ride on." I'm like, "Okay, that's all I need to know." Hopefully, how hot is it in May down there, Norm?
May
Yeah,
shouldn't be too bad. I mean, we're just barely getting into some 80s as it is now, but it should be in that area.
yeah, because I got to wear a black suit, and I'm like, "Oh Lord."
Yeah, but see, you're gonna come and it'll be 102.
Yeah.
And
My
then
brother,
I think the hardest thing is it geographically more towards your cities is a lot warmer than where I'm at.
yeah, because of the amount of people and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people and buildings and all the vegetation's gone to keep you cool. So
And my only thing is, I'm walking outdoors and there's a big ass boar, not boar, rock python or gator going, "Yep, I need to just stay right the hell in the house."
yeah, they won't bother you.
I'll just beat him, Jimmy.
Feed him Jimmy. Push Jimmy out front, right?
What's that old saying? If you see me running, you might want to run faster than me because I'm just going to
Faster.
wave my hand, say goodbye. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, you don't have to be faster than the bear. You just can't be the slowest person in the group.
That's
Exactly.
what. And you know what? This is where it comes down to. My father told me, "You fight to win, not fair."
Right. You fight to
What's
stay
that
alive.
said? So that's what I tripped the guy and then keep going.
Yep. Yep. You fight to stay alive. Exactly.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
look up Throttle Power. Mark Batson, Hobby Dude 007 does shows a lot of stuff, but
yeah, he's had Batson's had at least 4 or 5. He's got videos that get 4 or 5 pamphlet. I just don't remember the names of any of the shows that are out in that area that he's already.
where Tim is right there in Kentucky. He's so close to Ohio that he can run back and forth. And of course, Toledo is where the original NNL came about because of the guys didn't want to go out to GSL. I'm surprised Chuck and Cliff don't go to the ones in Ohio. You're sitting around there probably with a 5 or 6 hour drive. I'm guessing, Chuck, maybe a little more. When New York, either catch a boat or drive through Pennsylvania. You got Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania's got an area. It's got a couple shows as well.
Yeah, we're talking about maybe going to the New Jersey. I think that's
coming up in April.
Yeah, April.
A little over a month. Give me a second. Oh, I believe it. Yeah, 26.
I just haven't set it in stone, but we're talking about it because I'd like to meet some of the northern guys that don't travel down too far south.
Well, this past year, I was watching a video and I noticed Rick Hammore and Vince Labosco went down for the Southern Nationals. So the problem is now Detroit changed their second show, the one they used to have in November. They changed it to like 2 weeks before Acme. And from about September to, dead middle of November, it was a lot of different shows. Now they're stacking on right on each other. You got the one up by Kevin Smith in Akron, or cosplay. That one's just the week before the second dam show, which is now, I guess, in a new place. Yeah, we're gonna have to come on early for that, Brer. First ever live marriage on Brian's Live. Eagle, whereabouts are you? That's the thing. You in Western Ohio, Northern Ohio, Eastern Ohio, Pennsylvania. You got shows in Indiana too. Obviously Kentucky, down by Louisville.
Yeah, I think the Fort Wayne one was just a week or two ago also.
Yep. You got Fort Wayne, then you got one in the very southern part of Indiana. I can't remember the name of that show. Then you got the one Hoosier Model Car Association in Lebanon, Indiana. Now 5.5 hours plus depending on traffic. And I think everybody's about got Jimmy convinced to ride down with Bob.
For Acme? That'd be cool.
If he wants.
Jimmy's just scared to death that he's going to be hung from a bridge by gators. Kidding, Jimmy. He must be making a sub. He hasn't said nothing for a while. Oh, Toledo? Yeah, go right to cosplay. A lot of the guys from Toledo show go there now. Not the same type of show, but it's a pretty decent show. Was it North Coast Modelers Association or Society or something like that? I know James Tester's at Scale Model Experiments, part of that group. I don't know. Here, is it all right to link them, Bob?
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, this one's new. What is this? Restream?
Yeah, well, StreamYard, it went from charging me $200 a year to $450. So we told them where they could take their $450 bill.
Damn. How much does this one cost?
$120 per year.
That's not bad for a year.
It's almost the same. It's not quite as slick and as the other one, but it's close enough.
I mean, except for I don't see any chats. I don't know if you. I mean, last one I see was Billboard Bills that says Taylor. That's it.
Okay, Alfred, on yours, the chat populates from the bottom and goes up instead of from the top down.
Oh, the bottom up.
Yeah. For me, it's come from the top down, but for you guys, it's from the bottom up.
Okay, so Jimmy's Chop Shop. There
Yeah.
we go. Nice.
Brenda just put in Chuck for
Queen.
me.
Okay. No, all right. See
Yeah.
nothing. All right.
There's a couple other things that aren't as good as Restream was, but again, it's basically now a quarter of the price of what they're wanting for their.
Yeah, I mean,
And if I was making $1,000 or $2,000 a year monetization from YouTube, I wouldn't worry about it. But I make about $150 a year is all I get in monetization. So enough to break even on pay for the service that we're using, and that's about it. Buy a little glue or something.
Okay, this is a show that's right outside of Akron, called Plastic Undercover. Like I said, there's the one that was just in Louisville, Derby City Modelers. This is what it's about.
Yeah, Louisville's Louisville is one I could do a day drive for a 1 day show, but that's like the outer limits. It's like 5.5 hours to Louisville from my house.
Yeah, that's when you get up.
Depending on where it's at in town. If it's way to southeast, you can add another hour. But
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to talk my girl into going to New Jersey because she has family in Philly. And it's like we said, we can stay there. You can visit family. And then it's like a 2 hour, I think, drive up to the New Jersey to go to the show. And I'm like, that ain't bad. I don't mind driving 2 hours.
You want to get there early, because if you don't, you are not going to have a parking spot, or you're going to be parked way out back.
Okay. Well, I got a handicap. Does that count?
Yes. But if you're coming up 95, I would detour right around through Virginia into Maryland, the northern part of Maryland, and coming to Jersey that way. Oh. This now.
okay. Over. Drop other stuff in there.
One done. Parts.
That's the urge.
Oh. All right, guys, yeah, we've had 2 days of it, so, but it's gone by the afternoon.
Snow?
Yeah, it's sugars. I know Chuck was getting well. We were supposed to get up to potentially 2 feet. We didn't get it, thank God.
No, we're done with that for the year, fortunately. Yeah, if we had 6 inches of snow on the morning, by noon it would be gone.
About the only good it's for here is the cold nights sticking up the maple sap, and the warm days get it so it runs really nice and you get more out of it. Yeah, unfortunately, Kevin and everybody, it comes down to lack of discipline, integrity, and nobody being held accountable anymore in the world. Or people just being stupid.
Yeah.
I vote for stupid.
Yep. I vote for stupid. A lot more of it here in the South now.
Oh, it's everywhere. All right, I'm going to head back into chat. Thanks, Bob, again.
Okay.
greatly appreciate it. Now I just got to figure out what color it is. I actually found a color I like, but I'm going to go with my semi-color. I think this right here would look really nice on it.
Kind of like a seafoam.
Yeah, charcoal. Oh, I looked at a real one, and of course, this is my Kenworth motor I'm doing my service bed on. That came out decent. Boy, that's the single worst model kit. You can't find half the parts on that KW925. Oh, I said, Bob, you would be blushing if you knew about the email I sent round two and what I told him I personally thought. And I didn't swear at anything, but I guarantee you, my tongue and my fingers were sharp when I was saying it.
Round 2.
Yeah.
W30.
There you Kenworth W925. It's just, I mean, you can't. There's parts on there you can't tell what it goes to, literally. And there's no lettering of any kind. Integrity. You heard me first time, Kevin. Don't start. I'll pay Bob and Johan kids to ban you.
Integrity Farms, that's where they make the weed on South Park.
Oh, jeez. All right, we got little Gary. Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna be nice. Bob told me I had to be nice to you. You're lucky. All right, have a good one, guys.
All right.
You too.
Okay. Hey, Edward, how you doing tonight?
Jimmy's Chop Shop.
Down, get the primer on.
Not working.
Got no picture, but we can hear you.
Oh, my camera's off. I'm up in my room. I just walked in the door from work. I've tried to get in 3 times and it keeps freezing and kicking me out. You guys hear me?
Yep. Now we can. I don't know if you were talking earlier,
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Restream. It does not like my phone.
what kind of phone you get?
Airbrush.
Maybe you have to fix that again?
You know you're getting old when you turn on the seat warmer, not to keep warm, but to make your back feel better.
Yeah. Used to love the car when I had one of them. The girl, she's got the steering wheel's got a steering wheel and the seat have warmer than.
Okay, if it kicks me off again, I'm done. I give up.
It won't get cold enough here in Florida to have.
Oh, that was freaking stupid.
We get a few days a year up here that's that cold, but not too many. I usually just don't go outside on those days.
Right. Same here. If it gets down to 30s and 40s, I don't go out.
Shit, I used to work out and that stuff. It sucked.
Yeah. Oh, I've been there, done that.
Fucking hot and humid ass Illinois.
That first job was pumping gas as a teenager. Self-service, no rooftop. So if it rained, you got wet. If it snowed, you got cold. And of course, everybody would come to this
Oh yeah.
because they don't want to get out and pump gas.
Oh, what the fuck did it do? This fucking shit. Dude, Restream just does not like my phone.
I was asking what kind you had. That's why before you popped out again.
Like the cheapest goddamn Samsung Best Buy had.
Oh, one of those. Oh, I can't think of it.
Fucking days. Fucking one of our managers threw a fucking hissy fit today, so I ended up going in at 9 to basically almost do his fucking job.
Pretty soon you're gonna work yourself up to manager.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be there. If they haven't already, they won't. Fucking. I'm not very good with people, and I'm very quick to tell a customer to go fuck themselves.
Oh yeah, that ain't gonna work.
I just can't. I can't do stupid people. And there's a lot of them where I work. Makes me miss doing that. Freaking outdoor work with all the mold guys. That was my technically first job, but it was cash. The old dudes were cool. I was just the young dude, so I did all the heavy shit.
You were the gopher boy.
Yeah.
Go for do this, go for do that for me.
Yeah. And they would build like decks and shit for people, and all the old guys, they'd be up there doing the building and all that, and I'd be running back and forth, grabbing wood or like laying out rock or whatever.
You a gopher.
Yeah.
Go for this and go for that and go for that. Okay.
That old dude was cool as fuck, though.
Yes, Edward. There's a few stations around here that still do cell service, but not many.
Is it in Washington State? No, one of them, either Washington or Oregon. Self-serve is illegal. You have to have full service station. Well, one of
Really? I wonder why.
them.
You were a pump jockey. Yeah. That job sucks just because he'd be out there and it either would be hot as fuck or cold as fuck, but God, I wasn't around idiots all day.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, fuck, that one again. I'm frozen. Everybody's froze again.
I can hear you.
You motherfucker. Oh.
Just a second, Jenny. I'm holding the piece on. I get the
Hey, Sarge.
accelerator on that. There you go.
Well, everybody's not frozen anymore. Maybe that did something.
Side you come out of the other side.
Anything else I need to add in there before? I think I would know because this is the first time I built this kit in like a year. You put the battery or the fuel cell in, but you don't see those once the body's on anyway, so I got that to close. Okay. Yep, already put the roll cage back in. Actually, probably don't even need to glue it.
Building a NASCAR?
Pro Street.
Pro Street.
Or Pro Stock. Any difference? It's the Revell monogram one. So the only difference between Pro Street and Pro Stock is the two more pieces in the roll cage, and it has the bigger wing on the back of the car. Otherwise, it's the Pro Street and the Pro Stock kits are the same. Yeah, this is the STP Pro Stock car, Firebird Pro Stock car, but I'm doing it as the Warren Johnson's car, the good wrench. But I have to have the decals redone for the STP, and then I think I'd have a hard time trying to get the Vermilion to match the paint. So I may in the future send those decals over to Terry, and then send in a jar of the paint that I want to use to paint it Vermilion and see if I can
Match it.
you can match it. Yeah. Because you have to match the hood scoop to the decals and the rear bumper and all that stuff. They don't keep. They only give you the hood and the roof decals and the side ones, and the one that wraps around the nose, but they don't give you the one for the back half or the. And then you have to paint the scoop to match the.
Oh,
And it would stick out like a sore thumb if you didn't have the color
have
exactly.
the color to match that. Yeah, because that's. I mean, on camera, it's showing very light. Like it's
Right,
pink.
it is. It's almost orangey.
Orangey. Yeah.
Which I said he can make new decals for me, no problem. If we just be having them. We could do it to match the paint. Then
Right.
I get some. Well, I get down to that doing one of those. I'll do the. I grab some of the what you call it, the MCW paint or something, and send him some and see if we can make sure the decal color matches or real close to the paint color, so that when I paint the scoop and in the lower section of the car, that it will match up with the decals.
Right.
Because the other option would be to just have just the white, have them printed without any of the red in it, but then I'd have to come up with masks and stuff for all the, like the STP and all that stuff. For the big ovals and stuff, I'd have to come up with masks for that, just do the black and white parts of it. But something to think about in the future, but I don't even remember if Revell still has these that are they got sold off. The tooling for these. Don't know. I think Salvino just got the NASCAR ones.
NASCAR.
The toolings.
Oh.
So I don't know if Revell still has these has the tooling for these kits. I don't remember the last time they ever put them out. Or if Atlantis or Salvino's ended up with them. Don't know. gallons or any fluid yet. Go. Start. Let's see about doing rear end. Rear axle. Rear axle.
Hey, Jason.
Hey Jason, how are you doing tonight? Hey JB, how are you doing? Thank you. Very primed, so we can use it.
Yeah, Jason. I finally got my shop semi operationally in, so I can build again. Hopefully, get something done. Fighting out more than I can chew.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. All right, you're ready. You're ready. Hey, Red. Move to the front. What color they call it? Okay, it's all. Hello, Andrew. How are you tonight?
Good.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey.
What you working on tonight, Andrew?
The truck with trailer.
Ah, nice.
This is Wally.
Wow, that looks good. Like the color.
Thanks.
Let's start this up. Yes. Springs. Spring. There we are. there. Tape. Need some tape. Need some tape. Need some tape.
That's funny, dog. Not a man until you build the shit over your tools, huh?
When the shed gets too big, and the tool gets buried underground. So that's why. God, that's why I can't get him to go in. Put him on the right side, Bob. I'm gonna do nine. There it is. Zippo, I still got one or two of them floating around here somewhere.
Huh?
Oh, Kevin said he needs to send his Zippos in to get fixed. I said, yeah, I still got one or two of those floating around here.
Fix a Zippo.
The Zippo.
Oh, you're talking about the. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The metal can style. Yeah.
They were my dad's. The ones I had were my dad's.
That's how I burned my hand. I was 3, playing with my mother's lighter.
Yeah. Hey, Sluggo, how you doing tonight?
Night, Jason.
Oh, yeah. Or before we go to the bathroom either, yeah. It's, yeah, you will set yourself on fire that way. Not in a good way. Not there is a good way, but buy some new drill bits. These things are getting dull.
That's what we gotta drill all these too. I wonder if I can cheat and heat shrink over it. Go. I don't know about intense.
Yeah, it takes me about a week to get back in line after I clean my bench up, find everything again.
You gonna try again, Jamie?
Yeah, we're gonna see if this fucking works. I restarted my phone because my phone's been acting up all day, so I think that may have been an issue too. Andrew's camera off because he's a black screen for me. If not,
Huh? No, you're on screen.
no, Andrew is. He's a black screen for me.
Oh, no.
Look at that picture.
His picture on ours, he's just not at his, he left his desk.
Yeah, okay. Let's see how this works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, well, fucking with it. Yeah, Restream just does not like my phone. I don't know what the fuck's up. What was I doing? And I got the interior glued in on the square booty. And I think I might have to build a little sport with the body on the frame. So much of the frame. Well, where's the hood?
Hey,
Hey, Andrew. How you been, little buddy?
good.
That's good, man.
You want to see my body?
Buddy, my phone's having issues. You're a black screen for me. If I can't see. If you're trying to show me something, man, I can't see it.
Okay.
Knowing you, I bet it's cool though, little buddy. I got this mocked.
That's dry a little bit.
I can figure out how to flip my camera around to show you guys this. Video. 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 Well, that just ain't working. But oh, there it is. Pop up? Yeah, it is. Got her mocked up a little bit, kind of fitting.
What talk is that?
Look like a square body GMC 70-ish.
76. This is the step side with the. I got a flat, big utility bed on the back. Where's the thingy? Headache rack on the back. That just sits way too high that I've got to cut down a little bit. And when I look at this thing, was putting an LS in it, but now I kind of want to stick a big diesel motor in it or something. Also realizing my wheel wells don't line up with my wheels. Oh shit. They're not good to shoot.
What you doing, T-Mom?
The wheels line up my front bed, but I don't think I stretched my frame long enough to line up with my bed. Yeah.
T-Mom.
Andrew's trying to ask you something, Bob.
What's that?
What are you building?
I'm building a Pro Stock Firebird. Let's see here.
You took a look and see how kind of alignment.
There's the chassis.
There.
I'm starting on working on the building the rear end on it right now.
There's not. Well, my wheel wells ain't gonna line up very well. Stretch this frame long enough.
I like to build this like this suspension unattached to the main chassis, so it makes it easier to paint and stuff. But which sometimes makes it harder to build because it's still going to be glued into place to hold it in alignment. So I'm having to work, making it more difficult than I need to, but kind of how I want to do it. I'll get some CA in there. And
that's the cab lined up. The bed is lining up like sharp. Now my bed both look crooked. Well, shit, I didn't stretch my frame long enough. I knew I didn't do it right. Oh, whatever. I don't care. No, my bed's just crooked. Yeah, I think my bed might just be crooked. No, it's right on there crooked. That'd help. Now I want to put a damn diesel motor in the square body. This thing look good with the 24 valve coming.
go off the reservation, put a straight six in it.
Dang.
Put in a high-tech 4-cylinder.
Mm-hmm. It's got an LSX to go under the hood. But I'm considering putting a gooseneck trailer in the back of it.
I'm ready to get off and eat.
All right, little buddy.
All right.
All right, have a good night.
I'll be back on.
See you, buddy.
I'll be back on though. I'll be back on after I eat.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
See you, little buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wheel wells are off a little bit, but nothing like crazy to where you can like super notice it. That's all right. I've done worse hack jobs. That's what I get for eyeballing shit and not measuring. What? That's about how it'll go on, so I'm gonna think that's good. And then cab and everything already done. Just gotta do the grill and bumper. Then the motor. Yeah, I'll just use the LSX.
That's 60.
If I want going to the show someday, I'd order one, but I'm kind of trying not to spend any money at the moment.
Yeah, you can spend it all on Sunday.
I'm gonna try not to spend a bunch of money at Sunday too, but I already know I'm gonna end up buying a bunch of shit that I really like. Well, you know what? I had the cab on crooked too. That also could have been a reason why it went up. Let me put that back.
Well, I never go planning on spending a lot of money either, but it doesn't usually work out that way.
Not much more noticeable. My bed's straight now. My bed's not straight. It needs to come down a little bit. There we go. Drop that down. What?
Trying to cash in on friggin' Hobby Lobby deal, but my Hobby Lobbies are procrastinating.
There we go. Might get some decals made for us to make this my shop truck. It's kind of what the plan was for it.
Shop truck.
Yeah, but big 2-car, because the dude I got this bed from also makes a 2-car gooseneck trailer.
Yeah, my rollback is up there, waiting patiently for my shop. Same way with the diorama, it's back there waiting patiently.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Once I get this foosball table out of here behind me, I'm gonna build some kind of like shop diorama for like videos and taking photos of my models.
Yeah, that's what that's for. They'll have a couple of lifts and then tables. Most of the stuff I've already got 3D printed, but I got to do all the wiring for the lights and everything, so I haven't finished because I want to put a Adreno system in it to control all the lights and audio, so that it can be my intro instead of me being my intro.
I have an intro made. I just always forget to clip it to the front of a video when I post, and then I forget to post a video. We got like 3 videos filmed and ready, and I just keep forgetting to post them.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna lose out too, Cliff, but they didn't mark any of the kids down. Either one of the Hobby Lobbies that I'm next to right now, they're holding back. I saw Jason's video saying that I guess if you go talk to them, they're supposed to. They're supposedly already marked down. They just ain't put the stickers on.
Yeah, I haven't been up to my Hobby Lobby in a bit, but
I know I want a couple of them Buicks.
my Hobby Lobby's a bunch of fucking Jews.
The Buick, I guess the Malibu too, is on the chopping block.
Ain't that right? Yeah, this
Tilton was Malibu, some Corvette, the Wild, that Bronco. I don't know if that's a Fairlane or what it was, but some sort of race stock car.
Yeah, I might go up, run up there tomorrow to our Hobby Lobby and see what they got going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check again. I did it Saturday.
Last time at ours, when they had kits on sale, they were moved to, they were on like a little kiosk thing in the middle of the aisle, but it was back by the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, the last time I made out great. I had bought a bunch of the Fast and Furious 71 Plymouth GTXs because it was that and a bunch of other ones. I think I picked up like 20 kits. but I gave some away. You know, it's a lot of times not buying just for myself.
Yeah, all right. Well, last time I was up there, I bought Papa his 37 Ford truck, and I almost bought one of the 71 Dusters, but I didn't do it.
And the prices of them now, though, it's like, ugh. I mean, except for the only ones that really didn't change in price was like the 57 Chevy, I think the 66 Nova, one or two others I can't remember. But I already got a couple of them, and I don't need any more of them.
Let's see. They got them marked on the website or not?
I don't know. I didn't look on the website. I guess according to Jason, the reason they're on sale is because they're making room for new stuff. So they're taking out specific ones to make room for the new ones.
Model kits on sale. Category model kits. Hard stuff for motorcycles on sale.
I made out at my Ollie's, and I ended up buying 2 of the Grumpy Vegas, 2 of the Jimmies, and one dump truck. They didn't have the double. I was really hoping for that double car kit. It's a car towing the trailer in the car. They almost look the same. It's like some sort of Ford, I think.
Yeah, they don't show anything on clearance on the website. So. And I think this is a non 40% week. I think I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Well, I know it is for me because when I went Saturday, it was 40%. Because I looked to see if they had anything that I couldn't live without, but at the prices, it was nothing. Most of the stuff I already have, and the other stuff I didn't. To me, I can wait till a show. I don't think. Ford Galaxy pulling the Falcon. Okay. Yeah, I do. I'm looking for that kit. I do want to add that to my stash. Which ones are that, Billboard? Sorry, I don't know your real name. Cole selling model cars? I don't think so. Be careful on anything on Facebook. There's some major scams, and sometimes if you look good enough at the pictures, they're actually Hobby Lobby's model kits. You zoom in on them, and you'll see Hobby Lobby's price tags in the corners.
I've never seen it.
I have a Kohl's local, and I've never seen anything. But then again, even my Walmarts all around, they don't sell the models either, which would be nice because I got a lot of Walmarts around me. I could make out.
Yeah, neither one of them do either.
I got one that's 10 minutes down the road, and the other one's 15 minutes down the road. And they don't seem to be wanting to get into selling them, and I think it's because the geographics, as far as we just don't, I guess we don't have enough people to support that kind of sales.
Okay.
Tedious work. Cole's card be maxed out. Yes, Red, they do. They stock a lot of video games. A lot more than the usual. And it's true, though. I mean, most kids are stuck in front of a television or some sort of electronic device. I have no Johan kids. I don't think I can afford them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What was I just doing?
yeah, Sarge, that'll buy you a lot of kits. You'll need a shed or some sort of storage container on your yard. put them all in, or just keep them in the tractor trailer truck.
See what Andrew did, take over the dining room table.
I'm glad I don't have a dining room table.
My mom was regretting that china cabinet she put in our kitchen. We put that sucker up while she was at work. Me and my brother filled it full of NASCAR die casts and models. She was
That's
pissed
about
when
what
she got
mine.
home.
Yeah, if I had one of those, mine would be filled with anything but dishes.
Oh yeah, she was pissed when she got home. It was full of my funny car die casts and my brother's NASCAR die casts.
That's a lot of kits, Red. I mean, I know I got some money, but in what I have 130 kits. And I know I bought a collection from somebody. That cost me a couple $100.
I don't even know how many kits I have. I don't have too many, but I got enough to hold me up for a while. I quit buying them. Yeah, I'll just put the LS in this truck. I don't feel like buying another motor. I'm waiting for that. I say that, and I'll probably end up ordering the fucking motor tomorrow. It'll look good with 24 valves in it.
The LSX, that's the Gen 5, right?
Yep.
So that's got the almost like a Coyote. Yeah, it's got that same intake on it. Okay. Yeah, I think I got a file to print one of those.
Which, if I don't use it on this truck, I'll end up using it anyway. I freaking shove LSs and everything.
Yeah.
Sign up and sell them there straight. What the hell? I said it on there straight. I don't know why it's freaking cleaning now. What's it hit?
300 kits.
What's it hitting? Hitting something.
And Jeff's burning you.
Yeah. If it's crooked, it's crooked. It's so much shelf on the other two. Get talking. Ain't that bud? No, I put the grill and bumper on the cap. Caps. All right.
He's corrected you. It's an engine, not a motor.
Yeah, I say both. I care less.
Well, he could have put an electric motor in it.
Yeah, made it. I could have made it a piece of shit. All right. That's how the motor would go.
Yeah, Cliff, you got a lot of kids. I've seen. I look at mine and I'm like, I don't even know if because I'm never promised tomorrow, so I don't know if I can build them all or not. And I still have others that I want.
Mm-hmm. Mobius just got the license for Chevy, so they got some new Chevy kits coming out.
Oh, that'll be sweet. Yeah, I like my Chevy trucks.
I'm hoping they do some better square bodies than what
Yeah, what's been done.
Revell and NPC have. These Revell square bodies aren't bad, but damn, they could be a lot better. I got a bunch of them, and I keep stealing because I keep stealing the frames out of them. But half my 4-wheel drives I've built have the big game frame under them. Oh man, I didn't think about that. I'm thinking set out wings. Shit. Now how's this going? Oh, this.
68 Chevy short bed. They even make that year?
I want them to come out with a cat eye Silverado kit, like an 03 to 07.
I got a 65 Chevy. I don't think there's any.
If they do a cat eye, I can recreate my real truck.
And I know I got a 65 Chevy step side printable file so I can make more.
You bitch. Go ahead and run over. I had something snap on the wheel of this chair. Hopefully it wasn't important. Okay. That's not important.
All right, AFT had a 68 annual, you think? All right, I'll keep my eyes out.
That's very good. Yeah. Yeah, of course. That fucking air cleaner's gonna hit the radiator. No?
The 65 is the newest I have. Everything else is much older.
No? I ain't gonna hit the radiator. What? I could cut the radiator out and put a different radiator in, I guess. But, I don't feel like that.
Later, Sarge.
Alright, see you, brother.
Good night.
Fuck around and fucking. Yeah, I can see why already.
Well, I gotta check the flea market up in Daytona, Red. See if he's got one. All his kits are under $30, so. And he has a lot of the old time stuff because he buys people's stashes. He goes to quite a few of the shows down here. So that's who I was thinking. If anybody's going to have it, it's going to be him.
Yeah. Could cut that out.
PBT.
Like my own radiator, but yeah, okay. I'm not putting that radiator shroud on it either. It'll hit this air breather I'm putting on it. Alright, well, I'll mount that up for a video on one.
My two hairs don't grow much.
I was wrong. Look at it. I can flip it around. It won't. It could turn on. I don't think it'll flip like that. But. Well, it'll fit this probably good. Oh, Right, well said. Oh, that would actually be really easy. I think that is how it goes. Actually. I think I've got another dog. Oh yeah, that. I'm gonna take my gold for it. Shit, please. I go to the bench for the fun. Yeah. What's today? Look at that. Come on. Ooh, you got that. Come on there, you bitch. I just had you on there. Now you won't fucking fit after I've mocked it up and you work. Now I just had it on there and it fit perfect. Now as soon as I put glue on it, it doesn't fit. See why? That'll make it fit. Oh yeah. No. It's on backwards. Not meant to fit like that.
Hey, Norm.
Jeff's back. Jeff's gone. Jeff's back.
That's bad.
The 67 through the 68, other than the tailgate, I mean, the rear bumper and the front bumper, which are dated, they're all the same kit right through 72. Most people don't know that, which is this turned into the TRW, also the Cooters tow truck. In 68, they did it as the Drag City truck, drag strip truck.
Isn't that now the 72 foot bowl truck?
This one is literally, I got this in a trade. I'm taking, I just gotta get one more part off it right here. And nothing I can do about that. This piece right here off, and I'm gonna put the bed on it. I mean, a regular bed on it. But that's the one, like I said, they did that.
That's the same as the 68.
Yeah.
It's just not a wrecker.
It's a wrecker and a fleet side as well.
Okay.
But that was a standard 8-foot bed back then, I believe, or like 6.5. Well, I never measured it out in scale inches. You pinged me. Okay, I'm not sure what the heck that means, Red. Give me a second. Let me go look at something real quick, Red, and see if they got the 68 bumpers on there. You just need a 68 bumper?
Looks like you said grill. If I could
Grill?
just find a 68 grill, I could make something passable.
Hold on.
Good night, Tim, whoever that is. Tim Nan's Model Garage. No, I didn't even know he was in here. Hey, Red, because I know you've gotten into 3D printing too. Have you checked to see if Andre has a file for? I know he does a 70.
real 72 does have a different front end. Give me a second. Let me pull these out and see if I got a dated one here. Okay, that's the 72 on that bumper. Cool. Nope. But it was also the open road camper was this as well. Like I said, give me a minute here, Red. Unfortunately, I do not have one, but there's people on eBay that, God, I hate them because they overcharge for everything. You might be able to find something there.
I'm sure he's looked there because he's an eBay connoisseur. I've seen a lot of his videos.
Give me some time, Red, and I'll see what I can't find. I can't guarantee it, but I'll do what I can for you. Here, let me link this right quick. I can find it. Yep. Let me see. How do you do present on this, Bob?
We just like the other one. There's like the present screen thing at the bottom. Little picture of the computer screen with the plus in it.
Okay, yep. This is a 68. When Bob gets a chance.
Ah.
And I'll send you a link. I'll post a link right in. Yeah, the 68s, unfortunately, them things cost a fortune. So, but you got that one. This is the one right here I got, just without decals. That was a camper shell, and I believe they had it on a Ford. I got some of the parts for that fleet side. I got a Baja truck here. This is a camper. That was only done 1 year. But that used the same chassis as this fire truck, and with that dual wheel setup. That was originally only done in 71 only. They did it for a couple of years, but then they changed it to 72, so it's not the real one. I'd tell you I'd send you mine, but it's already painted. I could actually finish that.
Oh, almost done.
But yeah, them are. And also, when you do searches, look into Canada because you know you can get a great deal a lot of times. Not all the time, but. I mean, Chet, I got a guy in Canada I could buy from tomorrow and have a Sox Mart Pro stock. Either I could have the Motown Missile or the, what was the other black Bob, maybe you remember a black, it was Sox and Martin, Motown Missile, and Mopar Missile.
Yeah, Andre doesn't have anything. His is a 70 file. So
I said, just send me an email, Red, and I'll do what I can. Thanks again for Bob for doing this.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm going to get out of here.
hey Marcy, how you been doing? Hopefully life has been a little better for you. I'm working on my Woody's group build, the Munsters coach. I keep saying don't overthink it, just build it, but I can't.
Okay. I'm working on the Pro stock Firebird market. We're gonna go about 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna turn it off.
Alrighty. Is it that late already? Oh, shit.
It's
Yeah.
8:30 here, so
Yeah, it's 9.
I can go watch the end of the hockey
It's
game.
9:30 here. I gotta go make dinner. Or I get yelled at for not eating again.
I'm at a good place to stop for the evening, so I haven't either. I got monkey coach in there to build, but I haven't started on it yet.
What?
Oh, I've got a mustard coach back in the stash. I need to start on it.
Yeah. I'm doing this one for the Woody's Rock and Roll on Wheels group build based off of Rob Zombie's song, Dracula. They actually used that car in the video.
Cool.
So but I might take it to a show, so I guess I should build it as properly as I can. Having a hard time with because the car, the original one, the whole interior is velvet,
Yeah.
and I was hoping the flocking would kind of look like velvet, but I'm not sure if it's really taking on that appearance. So I ain't decided whether I'm going to continue or just paint it and leave it alone. But
Mine almost be as good off to do like a metallic red and put like some Tamiya smoke over the top of it.
yeah, that sounds like a good idea to try.
So it'd be a dark red with just a little bit of sparkle to it, but not enough to really look like metal flake.
Because I mean, the biggest piece that's going to show is the back bench seat. You know, most of the other stuff is kind of hidden inside a little bit. But I was just like, I was really hoping to pull it off, but it don't. You know, like I said, it looks like it looks more like a '70s bedroom wall-to-wall carpet.
That. I can do with that.
Put some clear flocking into it. Huh. Try that. I don't have any clear. I have a gray. Not really gray, more of a silverish tone. But I could go buy some. Give me a reason to go to Hobby Lobby. Clear coat on it. That kind of tame it down.
Maybe the embossing because those things are flocking and look too big.
Yeah, I thought about trying to grind it up some more, but I think the more you grind it, the fluffier it gets. Turns into, because I was thinking of putting it through one of those Rocket Ninja handheld Ninja thingamajiggies. I've seen people make some flocking that way. Clear should add some highlights. Okay, maybe that's why. Because I know I did it over the black to try to make the red pop as much as I could.
Damn. Ugh. Well, that's why my dad's chest hurts. Mom got one of them blood pressure readers. Damn, his blood pressure's high as fuck.
Just dab it. I'm gonna try that. Thanks, Red.
Little gappage because of the work. I think I may knock the picture a little. No, because of my dad.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, Red. It'd be a little hard to get all that stuff off of the interior if it don't work. I'll do a spoon. I got plenty of flocking, at least for this job. So nah, I had already thought about it, but I appreciate the fact that you're looking out for me.
Cool. I'm glad you got to go to the show.
Sweet. Let's go and just paint paint the headache. Might wait to paint the headache rack. I feel like I'm gonna have to do some sanding, some trimming. Those headache racks are really tall. I don't want it super tall. I'd rather it be level with the top of the cab. Also, I got paint the grill. Where's my grill?
Billboard, you could use some kind of like acrylic, like the future floor polish, is it self leveling, or the quick shine, and you could just brush it on the areas that need, so you keep it off the glass or whatever you got.
I've heard after a while though that future will kind of yellow.
I was wondering the same thing because it's before my time as far as ever. I've never used it. I have always heard about it back in the day when I was model building, but I've always used clear coat. But back then I was a rattle can like Jimmy.
I don't even ever clear. I just keep it like that and then keep it out of direct sunlight and it'll stay fine for a long time. I've got some upstairs that are 4, 5, 6 years old and they still look brand new, just put dust on them.
Yeah, but that's what happened. I mean, before I got gave all my models away, but over time the dust gets stuck to the paint and you can't get it off. The clear coat, at least I could wax it back off, but the paint, you couldn't do that. That's why I always did clear coat, anyways. For me, you know, like I said, for me.
No,
I got back into model building back then when I had gotten injured, workman's comp, and all I could do was.
Yes, I've never had one yellow on me. And where's the bottle?
I missed that, Bob. What was that?
I've never had one yellow. So this bottle is about 10 years old, and it's a little yellow, but not enough to.
Well, yeah, because
You're looking through 3 inches
they
of
don't
it.
even make
You
that
barely see
anymore.
it. No, they don't.
I can't remember what the new brand is, but
Quick shine.
Yeah.
yeah, I think there's still an old ass bottle of Future Floor Polish in my upstairs somewhere.
I thought,
I use it mostly for dipping my clear parts because I do keep it around for that kind. Like if I'm doing that, the super chrome, and then I want to put a lacquer over it, I'll hit it with this stuff first.
I had never
See it.
tried it, but I bought this because you couldn't find that stuff around here. It's supposed to be like a high gloss floor polish for laminate floors. I never tried it. I think I paid like $9 for this bottle, and it's just been sitting down there. It's just too scary.
Take you like put a little bit in a cup, and take a scrap windshield and stick it in there. Pull it out and let it dry, and see how it
Yeah.
looks.
I might even try that on some resin printed clear parts, because I know I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking of doing, is either dipping in clear or dipping it back in clear resin, and then curing it again to try to get rid of any print lines after buffing and sanding to make clear carts look good, because not every windshield can be made out of acetane. Some of them just got too much curve in it to make that stuff bend nicely.
Where are my clippers? Right.
So, all right, though, I'm gonna bounce, guys.
Yep, I'm gonna shut her down and go find something to eat.
All right.
Nice being back and seeing you guys.
Glad to have you anytime.
Yeah, hell yeah, no.
Might be around on Friday or on Saturday for sure.
Well, like I said, I just got my room
And we'll probably do an after show on Sunday.
rebuilt, and now I can get back to the bench. So, I mean, it's not finalized in here, but I can definitely at least start working again. So, so I'll see you guys around.
All right. See you, brother.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody in the chat.
Catch you guys all later.